actually look like a princess. Oh. But I am nobody's princess. Well, not yet. We are going to start with our brows as always. Well, not as always, because sometimes we start with our skin, but I thought we would start with our brows. Today I'm actually going to show you a trick that I learned from Painted by Spencer, and I absolutely love this brow trick. Like, I never thought of it, but now that I'm thinking about it, it makes so much sense. Like, especially if you have thick brows and you don't really want to fill them in. So let's get straight into it. I'm going in with a bit of my gummy. I'm just going to use a tiny little bit, literally like the tiniest bit. And I'm going in with my edge brush. After I've smushed this into my eyebrow, I'm just going to make sure I brush this up. This looks good to me. I'm just gonna let it dry a little bit, just a tiny bit. Let's go straight into the trick. Gonna go in with some black eyeshadow. This is the Be Matte palette. So I'm just going to get a bit of black eyeshadow. Just a tiny little bit. Do you actually see the effect? Do you see what's going on? Do you see? I really like this method. It works perfectly for me because it's so hard to find brow stuff that works for me. I'm going to do the same on this brow and then I'll come back on camera. Look how great this looks. Like, guys, come on. It looks amazing. Like, what the hell? Going to do the same. I'm going to conceal and define my eyebrows using the Revolution 12.5 concealer. This is my basic concealer that I use for pretty much a lot of things. But this works amazing for me because I don't have to use a lot and it works like magic. So I'm going to start from the arch. I don't want to take away too much from what I have already done. So I'm just following the direction of my brow. Kind of gonna go up here a bit as well because I can see that we did a little boo-boo. We're not gonna conceal the top because we're gonna go over it with some foundation. We are going to blend this bit of our eyes. So we're going to use some mist and this blending brush. So going in with my all-time favorite, I'm going in with the vitamin E from Superdrug. I'm just going to blend downwards. You always want to blend downwards. I'm just going to blend this eye first and then do the same with this brow. So now we're going to move on to our eyes. This eyeshadow is actually quite detailed, just a little bit. It's a little bit detailed, so I'm gonna go through step by step to make sure you guys are understanding. I'm going in with my e.l.f. 16-hour cameo concealer and I'm just going to put a tiny bit of that on my eyelids just so we can have a nice base for our eyeshadow. I'm going to blend with the same brush. Pat that in very light-handed. You don't want to do too much, you know, we don't want the product to come off our face. Now that we have blended out the concealer on our eyelids, we're going to go in with the first coat of eyeshadow and we want to go in with a nice subtle brown, something that complements our skin tone and gives it a natural look. So what I'm actually going to use is one of my bronzers that you have seen in one of my makeup videos. I'm going to use my NYX bronzer and I'm going to use that as the base of my eyeshadow. We're not going to use it everywhere like a blown out eyeshadow. You want to get a crease brush or an eyeshadow brush, whatever you call it. We're going to go in with our brown warm powder. We want to just kind of go here just to make sure we're creating like a bridge so we don't have like just concealer sitting on our eyes. We're basically kind of setting our concealer but with a darker shade. If you do want a lighter shade, you can do that as well. There's no harm in trying. And then we're going to do the same on this eye. As you can tell, it's very light. It's not too heavy. We're not doing like a whole blown out eye. like you can see I've left a bit of product, a bit of concealer here on my eyelid, so not everything is covered. Okay, so as you can see, I've already started on this eye, and I know it looks scary, looks like I got a black eye, but trust me, I'll explain in a minute. So I'm using the P. Louise eye base, and this is black, basically, in the darkest shade. You can literally use this for anything. So I'm going to go in with a bit of this and with my angled brush as well. I'm just gonna start outlining. So what we're going to do is create kind of a half, 3/4 cut crease situation. Because this is a base, I didn't put an extra base of concealer again, like a cut crease base. Oh god, it looks like I've ruined this already. So kind of similar to this one, and we want to make sure that it's kind of high up the crease as well, but there's always one eye that goes terribly wrong, and then there's one eye that's just perfect. Like, why can't y'all be just civil? So you don't want to stress too much, because we are going to kind of clean it up. You want to get a pointy eye brush. These come in the eyeshadow packs, and you can get them pretty much everywhere, Amazon, eBay. I'm going to go in with the same black eyeshadow that I actually use for my eyebrows and from my B palette. Just make it darker. And like I said, we will clean it up. Then we're gonna do this eye as well. I messed it up, guys. What is going on? I'm joking. We'll come back to the video. I told y'all we was gonna clean it up. Yeah, I'm gonna go in with a brown. It can be any brown, but I'm going in with this brown from the same palette that I got my black from. And what we're gonna do, let me just go back a bit to focus. What we're gonna do is just tap that on here, and then we're gonna blend upwards, so it creates like a hazy, smoky kind of vibe, which is a smoky eye. It's a smoky eye, but not really. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a hazy, smoky eye. It's not the traditional smoky eye that you would normally, you know, do. So we're kind of forming like a gradient. So you just want to blend upwards, just like this one. Because you want to go in with whatever's left on the black, the same brush that you use for the black. You want to go in and kind of tap that back on there. Maybe just add a tiny bit more black, just to make it stand out, because whatever particles from the brown have clearly dropped onto this. Okay, so I know it still looks like we've been beaten up, but trust the process, we'll get there. I'm going to go in with my cut crease concealer. This is from Revolution. I believe you can still get it on their website. It's like £5. I'm going to put a tiny dot, literally like a dot. Don't overdo it like me. Make sure that all the products have come off this, and I'm going to use this same brush or applicator. Go in the direction of not a cut crease, but a half cut crease, or a quarter should I say, and then we're going to blend it out. We want to keep blending with our small brush. It could be any type of brush that kind of blends your eyes properly. I'm using the brush that I normally use to blend out my crease. I'm going to go in for a very, very, very light brown, like this color, or even this color I think will be nice. So I'm gonna go in with this color. It's very, very white, and I'm just going to lightly tap that, just very lightly. And then I'm going to go in with a darker light brown just to create a gradient. Can you see the gradient? I love this eyeshadow. We're going to use the brush that we used at the start of the whole eyeshadow process and just kind of blend stuff out, you know. I did wipe some makeup off my face because I did have the extra powder fall on my face. This is why I always do my eyes when I'm doing heavy eye makeup before I do my skin. So now that we're done with the eyes, I'm going to put my lashes on, and then I'm going to start with my skin. I'll see you guys in a minute. This is how it looks with the lashes on. What I'm going to do is I am going to start with the skin. I have already moisturized my skin because I wiped away some of the product. I'm just going to make sure that I'm extra moisturized. Now this primer, which is the e.l.f. one that I always use, it actually has, it's basically like a moisturizer, so I'm going to use quite a bit on this side of my face. I'm going to pat that in first and then I'm going to blend it. Okay, so moving on to foundation, I'm actually not going to color correct today. I've done this trick on my channel with the soft matte look, but we're doing a full beat today. Like, we're not playing, we're cream contouring and we're powder contouring. So I'm going to go in first with my darker foundation. We're just going to like cover the spots that we don't want to see, any darker spots, any hyperpigmentation. And then I'm going in with my NARS soft matte foundation. This is in the shade, I forgot. I'll put everything in the link below like I always do. We're going to spray some mist and then we're going to blend our foundation. You need to make sure that it's kind of staying in the same area because of the hyperpigmentation as well. Don't forget the neck, especially with the sort of dress that I'm wearing. If you're wearing an open chest dress, you always want to catch your neck and your ears. Pat that in before we start blending. So now we want to start blending. You want to make sure we're getting the forehead, because I can see some hairs on here that's really annoying me. Whatever's left over, you want to go over your forehead. I know the last time you saw me, or the last clip that you just saw, was me actually doing my foundation, but if you want to see how I placed my concealer, which is for my under eye, and a bit of my cream contour as well, make sure you're heading over to my TikTok. I'm just gonna put it right here. Make sure you're checking that out because that technique is so good, especially if you have a round and oval face like mine. Make sure you head over to my TikTok right now. It is a detailed tutorial step by step. It should be out by the time this video comes out. If not, make sure you follow my TikTok just in case I drop it. You know how we go. But anyway, as you can tell, we are in the process of baking. I have actually contoured a little bit. What I'm going to do, I've cream contoured and I've powder contoured. I'm just going to put a bit of blush and a bit of, you know, bronzer. So I'm going to mix in my bronzer with a bit of my setting powder. As you guys know, I don't bake because my skin is really dry. If you do bake, that is completely fine, that's up to you, but I don't bake, so I just literally have had this on for like 2 minutes. I'm just going to tap that in and just blend away because it's given snatched. I want it to give snatched, so which is why I said head over to my TikTok and you'll actually see what I mean by that. I'm going to go in with my Fit Me powder, my favorite, just to kind of go over the Huda Beauty, just to kind of set our face and the concealer that we had. So I just want to make sure that I'm blending this upward because I want, once again, I want to have that snatched face. I'm going to go in with my contour brush. I do probably have a bit of product left on it, so I'm just gonna go and just go back in and kind of just put a bit more. Going to get a bit of nose contour. My nose is proper snatched. So now I'm going to go in with a bit of blush. I'm going in with my orange blush from this palette just to kind of top it up and bring warmth to my face. Oh, I'm loving this look. Yeah, I am not the biggest fan of highlighter, right? But this highlighter right here, it's like a highlighter and a bronzer together, so I absolutely love it. I'm just going to just a little bit just on the highlighted bits, you know, why not? And then I'm gonna put a tiny bit underneath my eyebrow because I love a nice, you know, I love a nice shimmer. Hold on now. I'm actually going to do a nice simple brown. Purchase beats with no tax. I'm going to go in with some really clear lip gloss. Like, I don't want to do too much because the eye makeup is so strong. Ooh. Because the eye makeup is so strong. I literally want a simple brown lip. Yeah. Exactly. I'm going to do some mascara on my bottom lashes and then I will come back with the final look. Okay guys, so this is the final date night makeup look. Oh, I am absolutely in love. Like, I absolutely love this gradient full-blown smoky eye. Like, I love it. Like, it's so pretty. That's what we're naming it, the gradient full-blown smoky eye look. And this is definitely a date night look. The lip is giving what it needs to give. It's giving natural brown. Like, it just really goes with the makeup because we don't want to do too much, especially when you've got big earrings, big statement earrings, and you've got a big nice statement eye. So you just want to give, you know, subtle, but we're here, you know, we're here but subtle. We ain't gotta make too much noise because the eyes will speak for us, you know what I'm saying? I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Don't forget to go to my Instagram or my TikTok to check out the full video, the full in-depth tutorial of how I place my concealer and my contour for a high snatch, especially for round faces as well. So yeah, this is the end of the video, and don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to click that bell so you're notified every time that I post a video. I am very happy that I'm back on YouTube. I miss you guys so much. Don't forget to follow my Instagram and my TikTok, and make sure you're following my TikTok because I post a lot of videos on there. I'm not going to lie to you. I post pretty much 3-4 times a week on my TikTok, so make sure you're following my TikTok as well, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you all and thank you guys for the support. I really appreciate